Hey everyone, this is Jake with Lights at Wholesale, and today I'm going to give a different walkthrough of how to attach the Invisalights extensions to the Loom. So what I've got here is, this is a 36 volt extension. You can tell just by the color of the gasket on the connector. And we have some 1/4-inch loom. So it doesn't matter which size loom you use, if you're using this or our bigger loom like our 1/2 inch. It's going to be the same principle. So let me just show you how we attach it. I'm just going to pick an end, okay? And the very first thing that I do is you'll notice that in the loom tool that we sell, there's a slit that runs through it. So I'm just going to take my wire, run it through the slit, okay? And I'm just going to butt that wire up against the end of the tool. Now, what I'm going to do with my other hand is we're going to just line up the top and this split in the loom with this hook that runs down the side, okay? And real slow at the beginning, you're just going to push the loom so it rides up this groove. And you can kind of use your finger here to pull and get a little leverage. And getting this started is the hardest part. Okay, and you can see now that I've got my loom up about as high as it's going to go on this connector, and we're still inside this groove. Okay, the wire, the whole time we're putting this on, is going to stay inside of this hole, and you might need to twist it or something like that if it starts getting caught inside of this edge here. But once we have our loom at the top of the wire where the connector is, we can actually just grab the loom and connector together as we pull. And little by little, as soon as we get this started, it's easy. There we go. Okay. And now all we're doing is we're pulling the hook and still holding it by the connector. And we're just slowly going to pull it until we reach the end of our cord. So I'll just show you that. And you do want to apply a little pressure on the hook towards the wire, just so that it doesn't end up popping out. And I'm not squeezing this real hard or anything. I'm just keeping my finger here as a guide so that my wires don't come out of the loom tool. And we're just going little by little. When you get good at this, you can go really fast. And you can see my wires still hanging out right in the middle. Try and hold this at a different angle so you can see it maybe a little better. Okay, now, once we reach the end, you'll see that we have to get the wire out, okay? Because if we go in too far, it's going to be really hard to get the wire out past this part. So what we're going to do here is I'm just going to kind of guess where the end is going to be. So once I have my screw connector, let's see, we got it open all the way, good. Okay, so once the screw connector's in place, I know I'm going to want to cut right about here, okay? Because I want this to go right up to the edge of the connector as close as possible. Okay. Now just kind of pulling the wire out. I'm going to get just a little bit closer to the end. Whoops. Okay. And now I'm going to do is just kind of open this up with my fingers. Just kind of push the connector in the rest of the way. Okay. And that's it. Now I have a 6-foot extension with Loom on it. Okay. My wire is protected. And that's how you use the Loom tool. So if you have any problems and you've watched this tutorial and you're following the steps, just keep practicing. Should come real easy. I've only done this maybe a couple dozen times, and it got really easy just maybe after the first few. So thanks.